Hey learners, welcome back to e-learning platform of GS College of Commerce, Verda. I'm Assistant Professor Rajeshwari Sharma, and for this semester, that is your 6th semester, I'm teaching you the subject Advanced Statistics. So, this as far as the subject is concerned, so the scope of the subject is not confined to your examinations only or your 6th sem only. It has a very wide scope. So you can use this subject, you can use the concepts of the subject in very wide areas and different areas. Like if you want to pursue research in your future, there also the statistical techniques that we are going to learn here would help you. And after that, when we talk about the data analysis, so for the data analysis as well, this different types of statistical technique is used. When we talk about the various models of economics, various equations in economics, so there also this standard statistical techniques are used. So this subject is having a very wide scope. Here we are going to learn some techniques or some concepts of this subject. Means we are going to learn just a gist of this subject. So let's see the syllabus for this. First one is correlation analysis. So first unit is associated with correlation analysis under this subject, whereby we are going to see the meaning of correlation. We will see what is actually the correlation means. Then the types of correlation. Then we are going to see the different types of correlation. Then we have the numericals problem as well. So here we are going to learn the two methods for solving the numerical problems of correlation. So first method over here is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So by using this method, we are going to solve the different types of numerical problems which would be asked in your examination. And then second method that we are going to learn here is rank correlation method. So again, for the rank correlation method, for understanding this method, we will again solve some numerical problems. So this way, in your first unit, we have the correlation analysis, whereby we are going to see this different contents. Then here we would end with our first unit. Now we will come to the second unit. So when we talk about the second unit under the advanced statistics, so here in your syllabus it is associated with the regression analysis. So here we will see the basic meaning and the concept of regression analysis, for what purpose it is used, where it is used. Then we will see the concept of lines of regression, and these lines of regression are also known as the regression equation. So we will see the lines of equation, and then we will see the computation of coefficient of regression. So here we would see all these things in the second unit, that is regression analysis. Then we will move towards the third unit. So your third unit consists of index number. It is basically associated with the index number. So here first of all we will understand what is the actual meaning of index number. Then we will see why it is used, means what are the scope of index number, for what purpose it is being used, that we are going to see here in uses of index number. Then we will see the types of index numbers. So now there are different types of index number which are there. So we will see what are the different types and how does that work. Then we will see the importance of index number, means here we will see why index number is used, what are the objectives of using this index number, why it is important to learn the index number. Okay. Then we will see the methods of calculating index number. So there are many methods of calculating index number. So in our syllabus we have some method. So we are going to deal with the numerical problems of those methods. So first one over here is unweighted index number. So for calculating unweighted index number, we have been given two methods in our syllabus. First method is simple aggregative method. So for calculating unweighted index number, first of all we are going to see this simple aggregative method. So here we are going to deal with the numerical problems related to simple aggregative method. Then we will see the simple average of price relative method. So here also we will deal with some numericals problem for understanding this simple average of price relative method. The next method we have over here is weighted index number. So for calculating this we have the different methods. So here we will learn all this with the help of numerical problems. So here we will see weighted aggregative index number. So we will see how do we calculate index number with the help of this weighted aggregative index number method. Then we will see Lespier's method, then Paste's method, then we will see Dorbish and Bowley's method, then we will see Fisher's-Ideal method, and then we will see Marshall and Edgeworth method. So these are the methods for calculating weighted index number that we are going to see in our syllabus. I know the name appears to be difficult, but when we are going to calculate the numericals, so you will realize that it's not that difficult, okay? And we will enjoy it together. We will try to make it interesting and we will learn it together. So these are the different methods that we use to calculate the weighted index number. Now the third part under our third unit is test consistency of index number. Again here we will first understand the concept of test consistency of index number. Then we will see why this test consistency of index number is used, and then we will see the different methods for calculating or for understanding the test consistency of index number. So basically in our syllabus we are given with three methods. First one is time reversal test. So here we are going to see some numericals related to the time reversal test. The second one we have over here is factor reversal test. So again we will see some numericals related to factor reversal test. And third method that we are going to see here is cost of living index test. So again here we will see some numerical problems to understand this cost of living index test. So here we are done with our third unit. It appears to be a bit lengthy, but of course we are going to deal with it when we will start this syllabus, okay? Then we will come to our fourth unit. So in fourth unit we are having time series analysis in our syllabus. So here we will see what is the meaning of time series analysis. Then we will see for what purpose this time series analysis is used. Then we are going to see the basic components of time series, that is train, short-term variation and irregular variation. So we are going to deal with all these basic components of time series. Then we will see some numericals related to measurement of train. So here we will see three methods for measurement of train. First one that we are going to see here is graphic method. So we will deal with some numericals of graphic method for the measurement of train. Then we will see the numericals of methods of moving average for measurement of train. And again the third and the last method under the measurement of train is least square method for measuring the train. So we will see all these methods for measurement of train under the fourth unit, and after completion of this we would be done with our syllabus. So this is the syllabus for the subject advanced statistics for the 6th semester that we are going to deal with in our further classes. And as far as the paper pattern of this subject is concerned, so as you have seen the paper pattern of another subject, so it's going to be same as those subject, but one thing is there, that is the traditional paper pattern. As you know, due to the pandemic situation, nowadays your exams are being conducted in the MCQ forms. So of course if there is going to be the MCQ examination for this subject in future, so you need to be ready for that as well. So it will be possible for you to be ready for the MCQ exam only when you will understand the concept, only when you will understand the methodology. So we will try that. We will try our best to learn all those things. I will try my best to give you all those things which will be helpful for you to understand the subject, understand this concept. So as far as your traditional paper is concerned, so it would be of 80 marks, whereby each unit would carry the equal weightage of 20 marks. Unit 1 would be of 20 marks, Unit 2 again would be of 20 marks, your Unit 3 would be of 20 marks, and Unit 4 would be again of 20 marks. And you would be having 5 questions in your paper, whereby question 1 would consist A. Theory question for 8 marks, B. Numerical problem for 8 marks, or C. Numerical problem for 16 marks. So question 1 would follow this pattern, and question 2, question 3 and question 4 will follow the same pattern. As far as question 5 is concerned, so here you will have 4 questions. Question 1, 2, 3, 4. Question 1 would be from Unit 1. Question 2 would be from Unit 2. Question 3 would be from Unit 3. Question 4 would be from Unit 4. And these questions would contain 4 marks, okay? 4 marks each, so it would be of 16 marks. So this way you would be having the paper of 80 marks. You would be having the paper of total 80 marks, and 20 marks would be internal, okay? So this is the traditional paper pattern, and if you would be having your exam in traditional paper, so it's going to be a paper pattern. And as far as the present situation is concerned, like you are giving your 5th semester exam online, so whereby you are being asked MCQ questions. So if in case there is going to be MCQ exam for 6th sem as well, so you have to be very careful. You have to understand the concept in detail, because only when you would understand the concept in detail, then only you would be able to solve MCQ related to this subject. So therefore guys, keep watching the videos, and when we are going to start with the syllabus, we will start with our problems. So I will give you the PDF as well. So just keep watching the YouTube videos. Keep paying attention on the methodologies of solving problems. In case you are having any doubt in any question, so you can discuss it with me by way of WhatsApp or by way of calling me. So guys, just keep studying, keep paying attention on studies, and stay safe. Thank you.